Ahoy, tech enthusiasts and rum lovers. Welcome aboard a brand new episode of the Gadget Rum Club podcast, where high-speed thrills meet cutting-edge gadgets and, of course, the finest rum from across the seven seas. I'm your captain for today's journey, Dan, steering this ship alongside my crew of gadget and car aficionados. Introduce yourselves, mates.
Hey everyone, Sean here, ready to talk fast cars and tech toys.
Nick's the name, and gadgets are my game. Can't wait to dive into today's tech treasure.
Hello, Leah here. I'm all geared up to talk about our need for speed and nifty gadgets.
Yar, Smiley be joining you landlubbers today. I might not know much about these horseless carriages, but I sure know a thing or two about sailing the high seas and rum.
Ha! We're definitely in for an adventure today. First up, we'll be sharing our love for fast cars, from my trusty Ford Focus to Sean's stylish third-gen Camaro, Nick's sleek Hyundai Tiburon, and Leah's dynamic Dodge Neon, and not forgetting Smiley's, well, one-of-a-kind pirate ship.
That's right! And we'll be mixing in some chat about our featured gadget of the day, the ANCE LAD 310, Classic Enhanced Universal OBDII Scanner. This nifty tool is like a treasure map, leading us to the heart of our car's engine.
But it's not just about the tech and the cars. We've got some laughs and surprises lined up too, with Smiley here for some comedic treasure.
So, buckle up, tune in, and let's set sail on this high-octane episode of the Gadget Rum Club podcast. Don't touch that dial. It's going to be one wild ride. All right, crew, let's shift gears and dive into our first segment. Today, we're talking about our love for cars and racing. Sean, why don't you kick things off with your third-gen Camaro?
Absolutely, Dan. You know, there's something about the raw power and the classic style of the Camaro that just gets my heart racing. The roar of the engine, the sleek lines. It's more than a car. It's a statement.
I get that, Sean. My Dodge Neon may not be a muscle car, but it's nimble and fun to drive. Plus, with a few modifications, it can really surprise you on the track.
That's the beauty of cars, right? Whether it's a Tiburon or a Neon, each has its own character. And speaking of characters, Smiley, how does your pirate ship ... compare?
Me ship be the queen of the seas. She may not compete on the road, but on the water, there be no match for her speed and agility. And the cannon! Let's not forget the cannon.
I love it! But no matter the vehicle, keeping them running smoothly is key. That brings us to our featured gadget today, the ANCE LAD 310 OBDII scanner. Guys, this little tool is a game changer for car enthusiasts.
Yeah, it's like having your own pit crew in the palm of your hand. You can diagnose engine problems without needing a full garage setup.
And for someone who loves do-it-yourself on their car like me, it's perfect. It's easy to use and really helps in understanding what's going on under the hood.
Absolutely, Leah. And it's not just for gearheads. For anyone who drives, knowing a bit more about your car's health can save time and money.
Exactly. Whether it's a classic Camaro or a modern Tiburon, the ANCE LAD 310 helps keep them all running at their best. It's about empowering all of us, regardless of our auto expertise.
And does it help in finding buried treasure? Ha!
Well, Smiley, in a way it does. It helps us find the treasure of a well-maintained vehicle. All right, mates, let's take a short break. When we return, we'll dive deeper into the world of the ANCE LAD 310 scanner. Don't go anywhere. The Gadget Rum Club podcast will be right back. Welcome back to the Gadget Rum Club podcast. We've been talking fast cars, and now let's zoom in on today's featured gadget, the ANCE LAD 310 OBDII scanner. Nick, you've had some hands-on experience with this tool. Give us the rundown.
Sure thing, Dan. The ANCE LAD 310 is a compact, user-friendly device that plugs right into your car's OBDII port. It's basically a bridge between you and your car's brain, decoding the check engine lights and other alerts.
That's super handy. I mean, how many times have we seen that check engine light and thought, what now? This tool takes the guesswork out.
Exactly, Sean. It's not just reading codes. It gives definitions right on the screen. No need to look up codes online or take a costly trip to the mechanic for minor issues.
I think that's a big win for car owners. We're talking about saving time and money, but also about understanding our vehicles better. Smiley, how do you think this kind of tech would fare on the high seas?
We pirates rely on the stars and the wind, but I reckon this magic box might just prevent a mutiny in the engine room.
It's also about preventative maintenance. By regularly checking your car with the ANCELAD 310, you can catch small issues before they become big problems.
Absolutely, Nick. And for those of us who like to tinker with our cars, it's a great way to learn more about how our cars work and handle tweaks and tunings.
Well said, Leah. It's empowering for all car owners, from newbies to seasoned gearheads. The ANCELAD 310 is a powerful yet simple tool that demystifies car maintenance. All right, team, let's start wrapping things up. Any final thoughts on today's topics?
Yar, it's about time we talked about the nectar of the gods. Let's dive into that, shall we?
Indeed, we shall. Stay tuned, listeners, as we take a break and come back with tales of rum and adventure. You're listening to the Gadget Rum Club podcast, and we'll be right back after this short interlude. Welcome back, mates. We've shifted from high-speed tech talk to the smoother, more refined world of rum. Smiley, you're our resident expert on all things rum. Tell us what makes this spirit so special to you.
Ahoy, me hearties. Rum to me be more than just a drink. It's a reminder of the high seas, freedom, and adventure. There's a story in every bottle, a tale of exotic lands and daring escapades.
I love that, Smiley. There's something about rum that brings out the storyteller in all of us. It's not just about the flavor, but the memories and experiences it evokes.
Absolutely! And there's such variety in rum, from spice to aged, light to dark. It's like a journey around the world in a glass.
And let's not forget the craftsmanship that goes into making rum. It's an art form, from selecting the right ingredients to the distilling process. It's fascinating.
It sure is. Smiley, what's your favorite type of rum? Any particular flavors or styles that you fancy?
Yar, me preference lies with the dark rums, aged and full of character, much like the old pirates of lore. The richness, the depth of flavor, it's like sipping on liquid history.
There's something truly romantic about that, and rum pairs so well with various occasions, whether it's a quiet evening or a lively gathering.
It's also about the versatility. Rum can be enjoyed neat, on the rocks, or in a myriad of cocktails. It's a spirit that plays well with others.
I've always been amazed at how rum's flavor profile can transform a cocktail. It's a chameleon of the liquor world.
Definitely. And each rum tells its own story, as Smiley said. Speaking of stories, Smiley, do you have any memorable rum tales from your adventures?
Aye, many a tale. But let's just say what happens on the high seas stays on the high seas. Let's keep some mystery for the next bottle of rum, eh?
Fair enough, Smiley. Well, we could chat about rum all day, but it's almost time to bring our episode to a close. Before we do, let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll be wrapping up with some final thoughts. Don't go anywhere. The Gadget Rum Club podcast will be right back after these messages. Welcome back, everyone. As all good things must, our time together today is drawing to a close. But before we drop anchor, let's go around the table for some final thoughts. Sean, why don't you kick us off?
Today's episode was a blast. From talking about our favorite cars to exploring the ANCELAD 310 scanner, and of course diving into the world of rum with Smiley. It's days like these that remind me why I love being part of this crew.
Agreed, Sean. It's always fascinating to see how our passions for gadgets, cars, and rum intertwine and create such rich conversation. And thanks to Smiley for sharing his seafaring spirit with us.
Absolutely. This was one for the books. Remember, folks, whether you're tuning up your car or pouring your favorite rum, it's all about the experience and the joy it brings.
Yar, it's been a true pleasure, me hearties. Remember, whether at sea or on land, keep your spirits high and your rum bottle higher.
Well said, Smiley. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this adventure. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Don't forget to check out our show notes for more information on the ANCELAD 310 OBDII scanner and the rums we discussed today. And as always, keep your love for gadgets, cars, and rum burning bright. Until next time, this is Dan, signing off from the Gadget Rum Club podcast. Drive safe, drink responsibly, and keep exploring. Cheers!